Have you ever felt scared to do the right thing? Like, really scared? Maybe it was speaking up when someone was being treated unfairly, or just standing up for what you believe in, even when it's not popular. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. In fact, there's an amazing story about a young woman who faced a situation so terrifying, it could have cost her everything. Her name was Esther, and her story is all about finding incredible bravery even when you're trembling with fear. So, picture this. Esther was a young Jewish woman living in ancient Persia. Through a wild series of events, she becomes a queen. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But things take a dark turn. A powerful and wicked official named Haman hates Esther's people, the Jews, and he tricks the king into making a law that on a certain day, all of them will be destroyed. This is a nightmare scenario. Esther's own people, her family, her friends all facing annihilation. Now, Esther is in a unique position. She's a queen, but nobody in the palace, not even the king, knows she's Jewish. She could just stay silent, save herself, and let this horrible thing happen. Her cousin Mordecai sends her a message, begging her to go to the king and plead for their people. But there's a huge problem. In those days, you couldn't just walk up to the king. If you approached him without being summoned, you could be executed on the spot. Talk about pressure. Esther was terrified. Her first reaction was to say no. It's too risky. But then Mordecai sends her another message that changes everything. He says, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." That hits her hard. Maybe this wasn't an accident. Maybe her entire life had led her to this one moment, this one choice. She realizes she can't stay silent. So, she makes a brave decision. She tells Mordecai to have all the Jewish people fast and pray with her for 3 days. And then she says, "I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish." Wow! Can you imagine that level of courage? She faces her fear head on, risks her life, and approaches the king. Long story short, the king listens. Haman's evil plan is exposed, and Esther's people are saved. Her bravery changed the course of history. Esther's story isn't just an old tale. It's for us, right now. You might not be a queen facing down a king, but you will face moments where you have to choose between what is easy and what is right. Maybe it's defending a friend from bullies, being honest when it's hard, or just living out your faith in a world that doesn't always understand. Your for such a time as this moment might look different, but it requires the same kind of courage. Bravery isn't about not being afraid. It's about doing the right thing even when you are afraid. So next time you're scared, remember Esther. Remember that you too might have been placed exactly where you are, for such a time as this. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.